welcome to Let's Be Love. This is your girl V, and today my special guest is Melli Mell. How are you?
I'm doing well, V. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us. Now I know your government name is Melissa, but I'm just used to calling you Melli Mell or DJ Melli Mell.
Like either way, it's a trademark. Government name is Melissa, but everybody knows me by Mel or Melly Mel. So we absolutely good with that.
Good. Well, thank you for spending some time with us today on Let's Be Love.
Let's go.
I always start off with asking, when I say the word love, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, that's easy. God.
Like that, why is it? No one's ever said that. So why was God the first thing that came to
That's the roots in me because God is love, right? So he's the representation. He shows you how to treat someone, right? So that's in a relationship. God is love. That's within work. That's within yourself. How to treat a fellow man. So love comes and that unconditional comes from God. So that's why.
mind? So the God of love.
That's it.
Now, I wanted to talk to you about not only being married, like before we get to you marrying a woman, when did you know you're gay?
Okay. Um, since I was young, it didn't really take anything long at all. I had like crushes on my fourth grade teacher.
Your fourth grade teacher must have been a baddie.
She was bad. I wish I could say her name. I don't know. She's in
I
her 30s right now. I can't, but she was. Whoo, she was bad.
know. Did you lose family members or friends once you married a woman?
I saw people become distant. Some people, family wise, because I had my uncles more so than any. My aunts were very like accepting. It was really my uncles that kind of had like the issues with it, but it turned around later on. They got over it, got over themselves. I feel you never could really lose anything that you really ever had. So I'm able to lose you because of this, then we really never really had a relationship. At the end of the day, my name is Melissa. I'm Mel. I'm your niece. That's what it says on my birth certificate. It doesn't change because I told you who I'm dating. Like I don't care who you dating, so don't. I'm trying to tell you, it's hard for them to deal with me. I'm a different breed.
Like that.
So
Straightforward.
yeah, that's in New York. I'm from New York, so
Now, how long were you married?
13 years.
Now, tell us as much as you're comfortable saying, why did the marriage end?
Lack of communication and being real with each other from the beginning, even in our dating phase, because we didn't resolve our issues then. I was still trying to do and make things better. If I did this, maybe this will make it work. If I did that, maybe this will make it better. Maybe we'll like each other even a little bit more. You know what? I'm gonna marry you, girl, and now that will show you that I'm serious, right? So, and because of that, we were so focused because I definitely came into her life and her little girl's life at the time, but we were so focused on raising a family that we had the lack. We lacked, putting the energy towards our relationship. Right? We couldn't have a relationship because we were busy focused on being a family. And although we looked like the picture perfect family, we had our issues because of that. And over the years, and that's something I would say like a snowball effect is always going to keep growing, and it just got worse and worse, And then things came into the rye of that. I'm comfortable to say, later on the complications, like a disconnect, cheating, all of that type of stuff started to come awry, And then again, that mask, that picture perfect outside, but behind them closed doors, it wasn't that.
How long do you think the marriage was kind of spiraling downhill?
I would say within our first couple of years of marriage. Because of us dating, I'm gonna be completely honest. Mel thought if I did this, it will make it better. If I gave you a house, it'll make it better. If we get engaged, it'll make it better. If we get married, it'll make it better. If we relocate, it will make it better. And all of those things, although nice, tangible, were not the fixer-uppers. It's still the marriage was still suffering because of it. Because before we got married, we didn't fix us as a relationship before we actually became, engaged and then married. We couldn't be each other's wife because we couldn't be each other's girlfriend because we couldn't be each other's friends. And that's important.
Yes. So what would you say to young youth, especially LGBT youth? You know, now that we are allowed to marry same sex, what kind of like nugget of advice would you give them before rushing into a marriage?
Okay, you haulers.
Yes.
Being
Yes, to the
honest,
lesbian youth callers.
like
Yes.
I'm 37 years young. I got married in my early 20s. I got into a serious relationship in my early 20s. And if I was to talk to me like I'm going to talk to you, stop falling into lust and trying to make lust love and make love matrimony. Meaning you can't force it to happen. You have to allow it to happen, right? Because it's glittery and looks nice doesn't mean it's all gonna be sugar and spice. I like the rhyme, right? It's not gonna be that because you're forcing it. You're not allowing. Don't get me wrong. There's gonna be great times, but when the bad times are overshadowing the great, and you have to compromise for the great, then there's an issue. So enjoy being you. Everyone that you're with, you're not supposed to love them quickly. That's one, right? Don't fall in love. Don't be in the I love yous within the first month. Don't be in the I love yous, and then you realize that you love what they were doing. See, that's the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. Because when that goes away, my God, when they
What's
look a
left?
little bit different to you. I'm 37 years young right now. I learned. So like I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my younger self, like Mel, hey, hey, nope, nope. Stop jumping from one relationship to the next. Give yourself time to heal in between, get to know yourself, so that person that you want to really deal with, they know who they're really dealing with instead of your representative. That's all I got on that one. That's it.
Say representative one more time.
Don't get me started talking about the representative.
Hey.
So a lot of people give out their representative.
You look back on it now in hindsight, what kind of red flags did you overlook and you still got married anyway?
Um, Basically hearing it, because a person will tell you how they feel, but you will try to overshadow it how you feel. I heard a lot of "I don't want to." Why are you forcing me to? I don't feel this way. You can't tell me how to feel. And those are things you will hear, right? But you just think, oh, that person may be condescending at the moment, or they're just trying to hurt your feelings. But all actuality, they're telling you, like, listen, I'm not ready for this. Because I think maybe I was pushing because it's something that I wanted so badly. I wanted a family really bad, right? And I fell in love with my ex's daughter at the time because I was there from the young age to help raise her. I fell in love there. So I'm like, I'm willing to make it work with you because right here is working. We hitting it off, and not and missing all the things that's really being said. I would have known at the time, like, you can't force this.
Now that your divorce is final, and
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself after 13 years of marriage back in the dating world. And dating is different. Now, what has that transition been like for you from marriage to dating?
Well, it was funny actually. I used to tell my best friend all the time. I'd be like, yo, I hate it here. Like, I hate it that you don't know who's real and who's not real. It feels weird. Oh, I think we can make this work. Like they're so ready to jump in. I think we're just in that microwave type of setting. Everything is just instant. It's like not building up anything. It reminded me of that like 15 years ago, in the marriage of 13 years, that happened as well, but it's evolved, right? Everybody's in the DMs and they want to talk, they want to chill, and it's just like they just give you, so you don't even ask for it. They just like it's like an overload, this, and you sit here like, oh wait, I didn't ask. Hold on, pump your brakes. Wait a minute, I'm not ready. They're like, no, 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 this could really work. You know what I could do? And then they just giving this whole portfolio out, this whole resume. It's a whole situation. I was like, this is how they doing it? I hate it here. Like that's how I felt, and my homie used to always just tell me, like, look, Mel, She like, hey, you're not bad looking, okay? This is gonna happen. Look, I hear you, right? Not anything to myself. I hear that's cool. These are nice people. Can we just talk? There's a song like that. Can we just talk? Right? I'm not even trying to date you. I'm just trying to have a conversation. I've never been a dater. I'm gonna be honest. I was that jump from one relationship to the next kind of person, and that just became like my cycle. So like even dating, that was just weird. Okay, it's love at lust at the 30 minutes. I can understand that. Just be real with me. Like you want this, but you can't. Like you trying to set up kids with me, and we've been talking for like an hour.
Yes, yes. I get it. The dating process, it goes 0 to 60 real fast.
Who you telling?
Yeah. Tell us like a first date experience. Once you used to be with your ex-wife for 13 years and now you're out on a first date with a new person.
Okay. I did a lot of group settings, right? But even if it's like an individual, someone there, like they're zeroing in on you. I was married for 13 years, right? That means I'm used to certain things. I wanted to go a certain way because I'm used to this because that's what I had. Not knocking a new person, it's just me. Is what I've got dealing with. For one thing, I go in a restaurant, I'm not used to ordering off the menu myself. I was spoiled that I never used to even have to pick up the menu. Like the menu used to just sit there, and we will go through what you're about to eat. This is your options. I think you're gonna want this one, and I'll be like, you know what? You're right. That is the one I'm gonna want. So now I'm sitting with, hey, new person, and I'm looking at the menu. The menu just sitting there, and they looking, and I'm just like, another moment, like I hate it here. I gotta order from the menu. I don't like menus. I don't want to have to do this, but because I'm just so used to something. You're used to someone, even if it was good or bad, you're used to certain things.
I also wonder like how much you're comfortable talking about intimacy with a new person. If I know you kind of touched on a little bit of cheating, but in terms of like you're still used to living with the same person for 13 years. So now you're dating. At some point you started a new intimate relationship with the new person.
It was weird and refreshing at the same time, right? And that's just because in my particular situation, it was different because there was things that I might have wanted changed or something during the course of the time, and things wouldn't really happen. But then at the same time, you're used to say certain habits. Just like I talk about, like ordering a meal. You're used to how things are when you wake up, how things are when you go to bed. You're into a routine. If anyone has not ever told anyone, marriage has a routine to it. There's a cycle that just works. If it's working or not, there's always a routine. This is how it goes. This is how it happens. This is what's said. And then when you move on, and then you're with someone else, and it's like, okay, you're used to this routine. Not saying that you don't want to break out of it. You're just used to this, right? So it's hard to separate the two. So, and for those that think all things work for all people, no, it does not. Everybody does not like the same thing. And especially if you was dealing with a person for a certain amount of years, you're used to a routine. You're used to things going a certain way, right? So now you're trying to go to this new person and you like, listen, yeah, I'm ready for this. But then you're hesitant, you're nervous because it's new. I don't know. I gotta figure out what's gonna work for you. It was definitely intimidating. Fun at the same time. I had to laugh at myself many times, like, whoo, I gotta actually work now. You know what I'm saying?
Put in this good work.
I gotta put in that good work. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
After having a failed marriage, would you get married again? Would you do it all over again?
2 years ago, it was an absolute no. 2 years ago, it was a no. I was like, no, I couldn't do it again. That was because that was still hurt Mel. That was Mel that was still going through like a lot. That I couldn't even fathom the idea that I could even do that again to myself or to someone else. Because at that point, I felt like maybe I don't have what it takes to be married. Being honest, because at the end of the day, I had my times that, stepping out, all of that. Maybe I had to be single in order to be fulfilled, right? And as time progressed, out now, yeah, absolutely. Somebody deserves this, okay? Cause that's awesome, okay? So, and I need my us to match up, and I thank God that I did find that. My partner, she's absolutely beautiful. She's amazing because for the first time, you have to be willing to be the full you, the full authentic you. If they can't love you, do that good, that bad, that ugly, marriage is not even on the table. It wouldn't be so bad. I'm in love with my partner. She's amazing. And still within that, it's like I can see it. I can see it. I can see it in the distance. I can see it, and I can pull it closer to me. But there's no way that I would ever, as they say, jump that broom again without making sure I'm giving that person the full me, right? As well, I'm willing to take the full them. That means I need to show you all of me. And if you're still willing after that, then girl, come on, let's go ahead and do this.
Right, right. Uh, in the process, in the transitional process,
Mhm.
what are you doing, or what have you learned? How are you preparing so that you'll be the best version of yourself, and so that your next marriage will be your last marriage?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like how you said that too. Um, I think it's important. Um, it's imperative for you to get to know you, right? A lot of people walk around for years and still don't know their true selves. They still don't understand what it is that why the relationships aren't working because you're attracting things that you haven't healed within yourself. You like, why is this going wrong? Because there's still a wrong within you. Not saying there's something bad about you. It's just something that you need to heal. You need something to fix. You need something to put in place of that to understand that, hey, it's okay. Oh, if I say this particular thing, they're not gonna like me. You have to be in love with yourself to even love someone else. I didn't
Yeah,
say like yourself. I didn't say like. You have
yeah,
to be in love with yourself. When you wake up first, because that's your priority. You, right? All goes back to how we started. God is love, unconditional, right? He unconditionally loves you. Do you unconditionally love yourself? Or are you too busy beating yourself up? But then you want to have the audacity to go in a relationship with somebody else. That's working on yourself every single day, personal development, things you listen to, things that you read, the people that you surround yourselves with. Willing to tell them about the person that they see in front of them, opposed to the person that you used to be, the person you're still trying to be, and the person that they're still going to have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Because every day is not going to be sunny and shiny. Every day, I'm going to need you to replenish me when I'm all depleted, right? I need you to pour into me as I'm going to pour into you. So that's necessary. That's a part of the transition. Some people will be like, I'm just trying to get underneath somebody else. That's not, honestly, what's that saying? The best way to get over an old love is get underneath a new love.
yeah,
No, the best thing for you to do is to take yourself out the equation. Don't jump with somebody else and have a real talk with yourself
yeah.
and see exactly what it is because it's law of attraction. You're going to repeat and attract the same people that you're trying to run away from because you got to deal with you. And it's hard.
Yeah. I love how you said you have to love yourself first, because two broken people cannot come together and have anything that's whole.
But listen, best part, free people, hurt people, right? You gotta free yourself, right? You gotta free, like, what's that song? Free yourself. You know this? And nothing to do it. Can't think of it right now, right? But all those things, like things that you listen to, because if you feel still like you're caged, your relationship is gonna be caged because now you're bringing that person into your cage.
Hmm.
Is it fair to them? Because now people are gonna try to free you and try to save you, but you got to be willing to save yourself.
Right.
It's important. You need that.
I love it. I love it. Melli Mell, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for just dropping some nuggets of wisdom that you've learned from your marriage, and then transitioning now to dating again. Um,
Absolutely.
I wish you all the best in love. Love is a journey. It has its ups and downs, but I wish you all the best in love.
Listen, look, let's be love, right? That's what this is called.
Yes.
Plug in right now too.
Yes.
I'm huge on this. Everyone can also follow me on social media, but I'm actually doing a series called Life Change Series. That's particularly about everything that we spoke about and then some. Right? It's gonna be on Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, all of those. Right? I think it's important for channels like this to spread it out. LGBTQ community. We need this. Think about this is not for us, it's for everybody. Appreciate you for having me on. I feel honored. Like I'm doing interviews. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get this out here. But if it just helps one person, it helped many. That could actually spread to thousands. So that's all that's necessary.
Exactly. And well, Melli Mell, thank you so much. Again, I wish you blessings and success on your journey of love.
Oh, absolutely. Same to you. Blessings. I appreciate you, sis. You're doing big things and great things. This is just the beginning. I see this exploding. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you. And as I say to everyone on Let's Be Love, let's be the love that you want to see in this world.